And then the last two are two that I am the most excited for. Hello my loves, and thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten, and today we are doing some anticipated releases for September and October. I have a list on my phone of all the ones that I want to chat about, so let's get into this. There is quite a few actually. I'm quite excited for all of these, but I'm also going to bring up Goodreads for synopses. Also, I tend to use Goodreads to find the dates that they're going to be released, which does mean that some of them may be slightly different for different countries. That's what I'm going off with, and I'm trying to do these in order, but I will always have the dates on the screen as well. Let's start off with Rogue by Mona Awad. Mona Awad is the author of Bunny. I really love Bunny. I still actually need to read All's Well, which has her Shakespearean inspired one, but this is her newest one, and this one comes out on the 12th of September. It says, for as long as she can remember, Belle has been insidiously obsessed with her skin and skincare videos. When her estranged mother Noelle mysteriously dies, Belle finds herself in Southern California, dealing with her mother's considerable debts and grappling with lingering questions about her death. The stakes escalate when a strange woman in red appears at the funeral, offering a tantalizing clue about her mother's demise, followed by a cryptic video about a transformative spa experience. With the help of a pair of red shoes, Belle is lured into the barbed embrace of La Maison de Méduse, the same lavish culty spa to which her mother was devoted. There, Belle discovers the frightening secret behind her and her mother's obsession with the mirror and the great shimmering depths and demons that lurk on the other side of the glass. And it says that it's Snow White meets Eyes Wide Shut. So is it Rogue or Rouge? It might be Rouge. But yeah, so it sounds really good. I'm really intrigued. I really want to read that one. I think it's going to be amazing. We then have The Last Devil to Die. This is a book I cannot wait to read. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this book comes out on the 14th of September. It's by Richard Osman, and it is the 4th book in the Thursday Murder Club series, a murder mystery series that I adore. I should hopefully be reading this one with Christina. We buddy read the 3rd one together and loved it, so I think we're going to be I think we're going to be buddy reading the 4th book together as well. So we have this group of 4 elderly people that are all at the same care home, and they get together every Thursday to go over cold cases and try and solve them until a murder actually happens, and then the series goes on from there. I really enjoy it. It's such a fun series, really good. One of my favorite comfort reads. I started reading these books because Christina said they were amazing and I was in a terrible reading slump. I was not feeling great, and this really pulled me out of it. So yeah, I cannot wait for this, and I love the fact that it's purple. It's gonna be great. Then we have Every Exquisite Thing, and this is by Laura Stephen. This comes out, Goodreads wasn't saying, but I think I found a date for the 14th of September, and this is a YA horror thriller romance retelling of The Picture of Dorian Gray. That was all I needed to know. I'm hoping I like this. So it says Penny is the daughter of an icon. Her supermodel mother has legions of Dorian fans around the world, and Penny is ready to begin her journey to international adoration, starting with the elite Dorian Drama School. When Penny's new mentor offers her an opportunity she can't refuse to have a portrait painted by a mysterious artist who can grant immortal beauty to all his subjects, Penny happily follows in the footsteps of Dorian's most glittering alumni, knowing that stardom is sure to soon be hers. It's going to be really good. I can't wait. Because it said it's a Picture of Dorian Gray retelling, of course I want to read that one. Another one that I'm really excited to read that comes out on the 19th of September is A Study in Drowning, and this is by Ava Reid. Now, I've only read one book by Ava Reid so far, but I loved that, and that was Juniper and Thorn. So I have her other book, Wolf and the Woodsman, which I would like to read soon, and this new book you can guarantee I will be getting. Really excited to read this. I like Ava Reid. She's a really good writer. So we are following Effie. Effie has always believed in fairy tales. She's had no choice. Since childhood, she's been haunted by visions on the Fairy King. She's found solace only in the pages of Anne Hard, author Emerys Madden's beloved epic about a mortal girl who falls in love with the Fairy King and then destroys him. Effie's tattered, dog-eared copy is all that's keeping her afloat through her stifling first term at a prestigious architecture college. Okay, so when Meridian, so the author's family, announces a contest to design the late author's house, Effie feels certain this is her destiny. Sounds really good. There's going to be all two rival students brought together, piecing together clues through the author's letters, books and diaries. There are dark forces, both mortal and magical. think it's going to be really good. I'm really intrigued. Like I say, I really enjoyed Juniper Thorn, so want to read more Ava Reed books. Okay, then on September 19th as well, we have Dark Woods, Deep Water. This is by Jelena Duanto, and I really like this cover. It really kind of pulled me in. It is a book that's inspired by Slavic folklore, so that's why I was like, yes, okay, definitely going to have that. So in the depths of a remote forest, an enchanted castle preys on unwary travellers. The servants of the goddess Morana sacrifice to their dark mistress every soul who crosses its threshold. One terrible night, 3 people who should never have met find themselves trapped there, a spoiled lady escaping an unwanted marriage, an aging warrior prince on a deadly mission, and a resourceful rogue caught up in a botched heist. As the destinies entwine and the dawn approaches, the solution to the castle's riddle becomes clear. If they want to escape, one of them must die. So I'm really excited about this one. Again, Slavic folklore inspired. Really want to focus more on fairy tales and folklore this year, including the books that are inspired by them. That's something I really want to get back on because I've taken a few months break, but I really want to get back to that. Then we're going into October, and on the 3rd of October we have Curious Tides. Okay, this is by Pascal Lascille, and this is Ninth House meets a deadly education in a gloriously dark academia fantasy following a teen mage who must unravel the truth behind the secret society that have been involved in her classmate's death. To be honest, a deadly education I didn't really enjoy. Ninth House I do like, and it's the whole dark academia thing. I always enjoy dark academia books. Again, I need to get back into reading those. Dark academia, fairy tale and folklores, something that I want to get back into reading this year because they're my favourites. Okay, anyway, we're following Emery. Emery might be a student at the prestigious College for Lunar Magics, but her healing abilities have always been mediocre at best, until a treacherous night in Dovermere Sea caves leaves a group of her classmates dead and her as the only survivor. Now Emery is plagued by strange, impossible powers that no healer should possess. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm intrigued, but mainly just because it says Dark Academia. I want to see. Dark Academia falls into a couple of categories for me. One that's actually Dark Academia and one that's just aesthetically Dark Academia. So I'm intrigued to see what one that's going to fall into. We then have, on the same day, Scandalous Confessions of Lydia Bennet. This is by Melinda Tobb. I was intrigued by this one because it's a Pride and Prejudice retelling I'm really excited about, and this is from the perspective of the youngest Bennet sister, Lydia. So it's a reimagining of the Pride and Prejudice story, and Lydia Bennet puts pen to paper to relate the real events from the aftermath of the classic story from her own perspective. Some facts are well known. Mrs. Bennet suffers from her nerves, Mr. Bennet suffers from Mrs. Bennet, and all 5 daughters suffer from an estate that is entitled to only male heirs. But Lydia also suffers from entirely different concerns. Her best loved sister Kitty is really a barn cat, and Wickham is every bit as wicked as the world believes him to be, but what else would you expect from a demon? And if you think Mr. Darcy was uptight about dancing etiquette, wait till you see how he reacts to witchcraft. Most of all, Lydia has yet to learn that when you're a witch, promises have power. So this just seems like it's going to be kind of a funny take on Pride and Prejudice, but make it witchy. Okay, also on the 3rd of October, there's a couple more. We have The Voice Upstairs, and this is by Laura E. Weymouth. Again, the cover caught me. I was so intrigued. And this is set in 1920s England. A working class girl who can see spirits works with a lord's son to solve mysterious deaths at the local manor house. That sounds really good to me. We're following Wilhelmina, who has a dubious reputation in the village of Thrush Green. Ever since her mother's untimely death, she's been able to see a person's spirit leaving their body days or hours before they die. Will has never been able to prevent these deaths, so her unusual skill has made her an outsider to most except her lifelong friend Edison, the youngest son of Lord Summerfield. But when a maid at Summerfield's estate dies in the same mysterious way as Will's own mother, Will takes on a housemaid's position to investigate whether these women might in fact have been murdered. Mystery, gothic thriller. I like the sound of that. Then we also have The Scarlet Alchemist on the 3rd of October by Kylie Lee Baker, and we're following Zillan. Zillan dreams of becoming a royal alchemist, of providing for her family by making alchemical gold and gems for the wealthy to eat in order to stay young forever. But for now she's trapped in her impoverished village in southern China, practicing an illegal form of alchemy to keep food on the table, resurrecting the dead for a price. When Zillan finally has the chance to complete her imperial exams, she ventures to the capital to compete against the best alchemists in a country in task she'll be lucky to survive, let alone pass. On top of that, her reputation for raising the dead has followed her to the capital, and the crown prince himself seeks her out, suspecting a coming assassination attempt. This sounds really interesting. We've got trials, we've got resurrecting the dead. Kind of sounds a little bit typical YA, but with a few little twists. So we're going to give that one a try, obviously. I don't know why I always say that, because obviously I'm interested in giving them a try because it's on the anticipated releases video, but I have to say it anyway. Anyway, on the 17th of October, we have All That Consumes Us by Erica Waters. Again, I mean the cover. Look at the cover. It looks awesome. And this one is, everyone knows the students in Corbyn's college's elite academic society, Magnini, have it all. Free tuition, inspirational professors, and dream jobs once they graduate, so when Tara is offered a chance to enroll, she takes it. But once she's settled into the gorgeous Victorian dormitory the academy calls home, something strange starts to happen. She finally has the chance to write, but her stories are dark and twisted. When she's not sleepwalking, she's dreaming about being trapped in a coffin, buried alive. And she's starting to feel an unseen presence stalking her through the halls of her dorm. So I'm intrigued to give this one a try. I do always like it when the school is like weird and twisty and not the way it should be. So hopefully I enjoy this one as well. Like I said, normally books set in this sort of setting I do enjoy, so I think it should be a good one. And then the last two are two that I am the most excited for. Okay, so the first one that I am the most excited for, actually I should have done this the other way around, but it doesn't matter. So this one's out on the 26th of September, and that is The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab. I am so excited. So technically, I'm not sure if this is, I think it's a new series, but it's continuing on with the Your Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. It's a continuation from that, and I cannot wait to get back into this world, back to our characters. I'm so excited for it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Currently, V. Schwab has been doing these videos once a week where she goes through the previous 3 Darker Shade of Magic books, talking about them, going through them chapter by chapter, talking about the things that behind it, the things that she really enjoyed writing, why she did certain things, and I've been loving watching that. I think it's really good. I have read the trilogy a couple times now, but it was really nice to have that refresher, and it's really good to get the extra tidbits that V. Schwab has put into the books. I'm so excited to continue. So the first 3 books, we're following Kel, and Kel is this magician that is able to travel between London, and the Londons are kind of stacked on top of each other. You have 4 Londons, and depending on what London you're in, depends on how much magic you have access to. And the only people that can travel between these worlds are particular magicians, and I am so excited to get back to this world. It is so good. It's been a long time coming, and I cannot wait. So yeah, very excited for that one. And then on the 24th of September, which is why I should have done this the other way round, we have a book that I'm so excited for, that I'm going to run out to the shops to buy, and that is A Curse for True Love, and this is by Stephanie Garber. So excited. This is a book that I read last year. Okay, let me calm myself down. So this is the 3rd book in a trilogy. I read the 2nd book last year when it came out, and then cried at the ending. Cried. How could you do that? How could you leave it like that? It was such a cliffhanger. It is unreal. But we're getting the 3rd book, and we're getting it in October, and I'm so excited. Was it October or September? October. Okay, we're trying to wish away the time here, but I am so excited. So I'm going to be running out to the shop to get this one. Each book comes with a unique under the dust jacket design, so I always like to go out and buy them rather than pre-ordering, so I can choose what design I get. I'm so excited. I am so excited to continue with this one. I'm going to go and get it on the day it's released, rush out to the shops, get it, come home, read it. That is the plan. I don't know if I'm working that day. I hope I'm not working that day because I really want to read that book. So yeah, I'm so excited. And this one we're following Evangeline, and Evangeline is somebody that always likes to believe the best in people, and it does mean that people can take advantage of her really easily, but she always likes to look on the brighter, positive, more hopeful side of life, and she really does try and just be as happy and as lovely as she can be. But she gets tangled up in this series of events with Jax, who is a fate, and things just get weird and silly and ridiculous, and this book is so sweet and cute, and I love it. I love it. And there's like random different magical creatures in here. It's just a lot of fun. It's really cute. It is not for everyone because it is so cute and sweet and happy. I really love it. So I can't wait. Cannot wait to read this book. So there we have it. Those are all the books that I'm excited to get in September and October. I think you can tell which ones are my favourite because yeah, I am so excited for them. It's going to be a great time. Let me know what some books that you're excited to read. Are you interested in reading any of these? Let me know in the comments below, but I think we're going to leave it there. And I think as I was talking about sugary and sweet, let's put a sweet or a cake in the comments below if you've made it this far. But that does mean we're at the end, so thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please do give it that thumbs up, subscribe and comment. Those 3 things really help this channel grow. My social media links, anyone I've mentioned, will be linked below, and I will of course catch you in the very next video.